I am Thuy Trần, the host of the series. Today, in this episode, Mr. Yoshikuni Furukawa and Mr. Hiroshi Tachikawa provide some insights into the diffusion of material flow cost accounting in Japan. This episode is very special because there are two key guests. They are leading experts on the area of material flow cost accounting MFCA. They have successfully consulted many companies about conducting MFCA projects in Japan and other Asian countries. Both of them from Japan, Mr. Yoshikuni Furukawa and Mr. Hiroshi Tachikawa. First, I am pleased to introduce Mr. Yoshikuni Furukawa. He is a general manager of the Sustainable Management Department at the Nitto Corporation, Japan. Also, he is a secretary of the ISO TC 207 WG8 MFCA. Welcome, Mr. Furukawa.
Oh, thank you very much, Tae-san.
Next, I would like to provide information about Mr. Hiroshi Tachikawa. He is a managing director of the ProFarm Japan company, which provides solutions to increase the corporate value of customers in the environmental and social fields. He has been a member of MSCA Committee for Introduction, Demonstration, and Local Management entrusted by the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry since 2009. Welcome, Mr. Tachikawa.
Thank you. I am very pleased to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It is my pleasure to have both of you in this episode. Mr. Furukawa, please tell us about how you first met Mr. Tachikawa.
Okay, thank you for your question. In 2008, I was a secretary of ISO standard, and Japanese government METI introduced Tachikawa, Mr. Tachikawa, as a candidate of assistant secretary. It was a history. I met Mr. Tachikawa.
Let's talk about MFCA material flow cost accounting. Mr. Tachikawa, how do you evaluate the current level of MFCA diffusion in Japan?
Currently, we see increasing MFCA diffusion in countries, including Japan. And especially, we are looking at the resource efficiency that is becoming a very, very big topic. And one of the key tools is actually the MFCA. So some of the companies are doing very detailed works, or projects with this MFCA.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tachikawa. You have worked at the ProFarm Japan company with more than 10 years of MSCA consulting experience around the world. In your opinion, what are enablers of and barriers to MFCA application in Japan that are very noticeable or different from these in other countries?
Okay, so the one of the things that is the big difference from those in other countries is the availability of the data. And it's not necessarily related to the country, but rather I think it is related to the probably company's approach for how they can collect those data. So the data availability is a very key for the MFCA implementations. And I see typically many Japanese companies have a very good set of data for the MFCA implementation.
I have other questions for Mr. Furukawa. As far as I know, Nitto was the first modern enterprise in the MFCA pilot project of the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. The project started in 2000. As a manager in Nitto, what were the motivations for the company to participate in the MFCA pilot project?
Thank you for your question. 2000, at that time, Nitto Denko's big project, this is the reduction of industrial waste and in the manufacturing group, and also by implementing And also another important matter or issue was increase the profit. So in other words, not only reducing industrial waste, but also to increase the profit. It was still this is a big matter, and we have Nitto Denko has these important issue. And I, as a secretary of ISO TC7, material flow cost accounting, I explained to top management the material flow cost accounting. And we conduct material flow cost account, not only increasing profit, but also decreasing industrial waste. Top management executive expected to my activity, and top management people's person's expectation is like this. Mr. Furukawa, using material flow cost accounting, finally, please increase Nitto Denko's stock price. It was a very simple expectation. And accordingly, I had, at first, I had an internal, it means in-house session in Nitto. And I found the model section of material flow cost accounting.
How was MFCA applied at the company? And what were the benefits of MFCA application?
Japanese government METI expected Nitto Denko to material flow cost accounting. In order to conduct material flow cost accounting effectively or successfully, most important information source is a production control system. And in Nitto, we have, this is the we had also having internal manufacturing information. Nitto is a very special one, but effectively using these production control, we at first tried to material flow cost accounting, referring or using Nitto's very unique production system.
Thank you so much. I am curious about two things. First, what were the key factors for its success? Second, does the Nitto Denko continue to apply MFCA after the Baila project? I mean, until now.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for your question. Nitto Denko now has been funding material flow cost accounting until now, still continuing. And this is not only material flow cost accounting, but a wide range of management system. And typically, based on material flow cost accounting, Nitto has been joining material flow cost accounting and LCA life cycle assessment under the joint team of Nitto Denko, and I am one of the members of this project.
Wow, amazing.
The success of material flow cost accounting, most important one is the understanding of the top management people, and this is a basic, most important one. In other words, understand of the awareness of top management regarding material flow cost accounting. And internally, we recruited model section of material flow cost accounting. And these, the model sections by the manufacturing sector, and this manufacturing sector is show the interest of material flow cost accounting. And manufacturing manager expected to conduct material flow cost accounting in the internal team. And I am the manager for the sales for the ISO, but in order to it successfully, I stayed in the factory in 2 months. Staying in manufacturing field in the factory, I conducted material flow cost accounting together with manufacturing manager or manufacturing people. I believe it was a very important, successful. The reason we material flow cost accounting successfully.
As you know, MFCA can help companies enhance both economic and environmental performance. However, environmental awareness of companies is very low in developing countries. As a result, MFCA projects in these countries tend to focus on cost reduction rather than an emphasis on environmental benefits. Mr. Tachikawa, do you agree with this opinion? Is it similar to the context of developed countries like Japan?
Yes, I agree to it, like for your in terms of your questions and also motivation for the companies. Um, as a result of MFCA, I think there are many listener aware that there are like two benefits. One is economic, and also the other is environmental benefits. And so, of course, companies first is very interested in the what we call like, internal benefit, which is economical benefit. So they try to use this MFCA in order to increase their profits by reducing costs. But MFCA actually brings two results, and the other is external benefit for the society. So it is, very, very understandable and very natural that the company first seeks economic profit through this MFCA. But as a result, they see two benefits. One is for their own cost reduction, and the other is for the environmental, which is external benefit.
Thank you, Mr. Tachikawa. There are a lot of examples concerning MFCA application at the corporate level in Japan. Mr. Furukawa and Tachikawa, do you think that MFCA is more appropriate for manufacturing companies than for companies operating in other fields?
I believe my material for cost accounting is applicable to any sector or any business. In it, not only manufacturing field, but also applying material flow cost accounting in the research and development sector.
So Mr. Furukawa indicated many industries can use this MFCA, including service industries. And a very typical service industry that we can use this MFCA is, for example, like a cleaning service, dry cleaning for the clothes. They are servicing industries doing the washing of the clothes. And they use like a lot of actually chemicals or detergents to actually clean or wash the clothes. For example, this MFCA as a tools just to analyze the efficient use of those like materials, that they use for the dry cleaning. And also another example is, for example, hotel. So the hotel also generates lots of waste, such as food. So we can actually use this MFCA to assess if they, effectively utilize their those food materials, for example, and they can calculate the cost associated with those wastes. So these are two very typical examples.
Mr. Tachikawa, according to you, who are key actors of MFCA diffusion in Japan? How do you evaluate the roles of the Japanese government in disseminating MFCA application?
The key actors for this MFCA diffusion in Japan, probably one is Professor Dr. Kokubu, who is from Kobe Universities, along with the two of us. So, also, of course, as we have been talking, Japanese government plays a very important in diffusing this MFCA by leading a number of pilot projects in different industries over the years. Okay, so as we indicated, this is the first this MFCA actually driven by the government initiative in Japan. This tool was actually one of the very strategic the tools for the ministries to actually promote the sustainability thinking worldwide. So currently in Japan, we do not have a very clear actually policy linked based on MFCA. However, in Japan, like we do have a policy related to the material like utilization, like effectiveness policy, which has a lot of regulations related to packaging materials, waste minimizations, and these policies. So the MFCA definitely contributes the companies to put lots of effort to follow these policies because MFCA can give a lot of information for the companies to reduce their material loss.
As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, Mr. Furukawa is a secretary of ISO TC 207, a working group 8. MFCA was standardized in ISO 14051 in 2011, 14052 in 2017, 14053 in 2021. Could you please share with us how these standards have been developed? Who involved in the process of standardization? Can you describe your roles connected with these standards?
Oh, okay, thank you very much. You explained we published three of ISO standards of material flow cost accounting. And in order to do so, approximately 60 countries, experts of material flow cost accounting, are participating in this project, MFCA, ISO. And needless to say, Germany is also one of the participating country. So we have several friends conducting material flow cost accounting in Germany. In ISO, there is a system of systematic review. This is conducted in every 4 years. So we are together with 60 countries experts. We will continue to revise material flow cost accounting for use easily. These are the expectations of material flow cost accounting from now and on.
Mr. Tachikawa, you have engaged in the standardization of ISO 40051 as a chair group member. Since 2011, the first standard concerning MFCA was published. However, after 10 years, many companies have not known the existence of these standards. What are the reasons? And what are your suggestions to enable MFCA diffusion?
Well, the reason or awareness of this standard is because this standard name contains the accounting. So sometimes people in environmental context, they are not really familiar with the concept of accounting. I think this naming actually discouraged the peoples to seek more understanding about the concept of this standard. But as we emphasize, this standard is not only for the accounting. This is very strategic environmental management tool. We need to further emphasize so that people can correctly understand what this MFCA is all about. And also for effective diffusion of this MFCA, it is very important to define this MFCA concept in the context of the current resource efficiency related activity concepts, such as circular economy or SDGs.
Before ending this episode, I would like to ask both of you the last question. According to you, how is a corporate MFCA linked with global sustainable development goals?
Oh, yes, material flow cost accounting, it's very close with sustainable development goals, especially number 12 is manufacturing and using. And in this field, material flow cost accounting is very useful.
SDGs goal, this promotes the consumptions with the idea of the sustainabilities. So in this regard, because this MFCA encourage the companies or organizations to understand how wasteful, they are in terms of the resource efficiency, and also they can understand it based on the amount, which is in the kg or physical amount, and also the monetary unit. So they can actually have a very tangible understanding based on their day-to-day, the unit which they use, which is a money amount. So this is a very key tool for companies to link SDGs with their regular organizational activities.
Many thanks for joining this episode, Mr. Furukawa and Mr. Tachikawa. I am so grateful to be connected with both of you.
It was great to be here.
And many thank you, Tui.